So the first time home buyers are getting their homes in South Africa at the age of 37. Is it just me, or you also think that is too late? For me, I think it's very late. But we need to understand the reasons why South Africans are buying properties at very, very late age. I mean, 37. Ideally, we would like maybe people starting to buy at the ages maybe around 25, 26, 27, 30. That's ideally where the people are starting to work, right? But what makes them to delay for so long and only buy properties at that late age? So I think it's a matter of not really fully understanding how money works, right? Because in most cases, especially the people of color, my people, I love you, we lack the understanding of what money is and how it should be used. Because when you start working, in most cases, you find that you start on the back foot. On the back foot, I mean, just immediately when you start, you involve yourself into debt. Do they call it debt or debt? Whatever they call it. So, you involve yourself into debt, right? And then now, what you need to understand that when you involve yourself in debt, you are basically borrowing from your future self, which means that you are decreasing your spending in the future. You are decreasing it, but you are increasing it now, right? So it means at one point or another, you will need to pay that money back. But what does our people do? When it gets tough, you don't pay, and that affects your credit record, right? Because in most cases, we like flashy things. We like things we cannot even afford. We want to take debt to just go to a vacation and post on Instagram. I mean, what the hell is that? I mean, I understand that sometimes people are in debt because of situations that are within their control, right? Where, you know, it's an emergency situation where there's really no other way to try to get that money that you need. Maybe for a funeral, for a hospital bill, or whatever the case might be. That is an urgent situation. So I understand those situations, but in terms of what happens is that most people will prefer to be in debt. For example, a car they cannot afford. There's this thing that, I mean, people buy this big expensive car as their first time car, as their first time car, right? When you do that, you don't give yourself allowance to buy anything else. So, and this is what is happening, and this is what is happening in most cases, that because a car moves and a property like a house doesn't move, people will not see you. But at the end of the day, you are handicapping yourself. That's why now you need to wait. You need to wait and wait and wait and wait until you are 37 years old to buy a property. The thing about property is, in most cases, it's gonna grow or appreciate in wealth, right? So it's gonna build equity, which is not the same thing for a car. So once you understand that simple fact, then you will understand that as a first-time buyer of a car and a house, right? We understand you need transportation, but you're gonna just buy a car that will just take you from place A to place B, right? In the meantime, to give you allowance to be able to buy something that grows in value, because a car depreciates, it doesn't grow in value. So the money that you bought it for is never going to be worth that money. But on the house, it's a different thing. The money that you bought it for is just the minimum. It can grow way more than that. Even double, even triple, if you just give it time. So this is the thing. We need to really understand debt actually, right? Because there is a good debt and there's a bad debt. So you need to understand those things. And then the other thing that is actually putting us in this position is because we don't keep emergency funds. Like, we just think that life is gonna just, be graceful on us. Yes, life is grateful, but life happens also. So when the life happens, you need to be prepared for when it happens, right? So that's just my 2 cents, right? The big elephant, the Korean manage. Cheers. I'm out.